Welcome to Eight Letters Live, the home of indie authors in the Philippines. Please do share this video to your friends and families or whoever wants to publish their own book someday, and use the hashtags Eight Letters Books and Crystalloids Keepers in your posts. This afternoon, we'll talk about the kingdom of Aferna. It's five major races, a foe that they have to vanquish, and some teenagers with an important task. Intrigued yet? We'll know more about that story, about those characters, and about that kingdom later. Because with us today is Jonathan Oliver Alarilla. I hope I got that right. The author of Crystalloids Keepers. Now, here are a few things about our guest. He likes to design his original characters, and he also took a vocational course, vocational training for 2D animation under TESDA. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series and J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, such a mouthful, Lord of the Rings trilogy influenced some parts of his book. He's also an English language tutor to foreign students from Korea, Taiwan, Japan, and China. Please welcome the author of Crystalloids Keepers, Jonathan Oliver Alarilla. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello po, Miss Chris. Good afternoon po sa lahat. Good afternoon po. Salamat po sa pag-dalo or panood sa amin ngayon.
Yan. So, I'm sure may mga baka meron ka ng mga may fan base ka na or you have friends, okay? So, I hope that later during the talk, makapag-participate sila, they could ask you questions. By the way, if
Yes.
you're watching, please do comment, ask Jonathan questions, okay? We
Yes.
encourage you to participate, to engage. Now, let's talk about the book, okay? What
Sure.
when I saw the book, totally na curious na ako because of the world building. Sabi ko, wow, ang vast, sobrang ang galing ng imagination. Tapos yun nga yung the name, The Kingdom of Aferna, no? It really sabihin ko na parang kakaiba siya. No? Kakaiba yung pangalan. For example ako, baka hindi ko maisip yung ganong pangalan. So, what is Aferna and who are the people or creatures living in it?
Actually po, Miss Chris, Aferna, it's kind of parang nag-pop out lang siya sa mind ko. Like, I need a kingdom or I need a world for my story. So, ano bang gagamitin kong name for this kingdom or for this realm actually. Hindi lang siya kingdom, isa siyang realm na like another dimension siya. So, parang bigla lang may ganun, may ting parang ganun. And then okay,
Light bulb.
parang it sounds good. Okay, it sounds good. And then I really have a habit of making like nomenclature if it's right.
Mhm.
Yung nomenclature, yes,
Mhm.
I have a habit of doing that. And then well, about Aferna po, isa po siyang para siyang invisible world or para
Mhm.
siyang world na exist siya dito sa story ko, coexisting siya with our world, pero hindi siya nakita unless nung parang may nangyari sa mundo nila na kailangan nila ng tulong ng tagamundo natin. So para po siyang isekai na genre. Well, when it comes to this word po na isekai, kasi mahilig po ako sa anime. So
Mm.
in anime terms po, yung isekai po is ibig sabihin yung napupunta sa kabilang mundo. Yung mga
Oh,
lead characters, yun po, yung
parang
parang
Narnia? Something like
parang
that?
gano'n po, parang trope po
Mm.
siya sa anime na napupunta yung mga yung nga lang po yung sa isekai na anime trope is usually mamamatay yung bida sa totoong mundo niya tapos yung spirit niya ma-materialize or rebirth sa kabilang mundo and then he will go on
Mm.
living in that. Pero yung sa akin po is because influenced din ako ng western na na um novels like
Mm.
J.K. Rowling and J.R.R. Tolkien. So medyo elements lang ng ganun. So Aferna is siya, very parang yung niya doon, yung ginawa ko doon, parang meron siyang ancient vibe. But at the same time, they have high technology. So mas
Mhm.
advanced po yung technology nila sa natin, sa ating technology. So yung parang po siya, another trope po siya from anime Magitech tawag nila do'n, magic technology. So, Magitech po siya na trope sa
I'm learning a
anime.
lot.
Yes, ayun.
So
Um,
yung yeah, so may
mm,
magic tech ano.
yes.
And then you have those like meron kang categories ng
Mm,
characters. Yeah. So
yes.
ano naman yung like five races na yon?
Yes, so meron pong iba't ibang races doon sa Aferna, pero may 5 major races 'yon po. So iisa-isahin po natin para clear po. So yung una po, meron po tayong mga Torans from
Mhm.
Kingdom of Torania. So sila naman po yung mga expert po sila sa maths, sa mga magic, tsaka incantation. Tapos yung pangalawang parang rank 2 po sa kanila is yung mga Endelins ng Endel. So sila naman po parang focus sila sa alchemy tsaka engineering, mga ganun sila. Tapos yung Brunites naman po ng Brun, so ano naman po sila, parang eksperto sila sa pakikipagdigma, mga battle
Mhm.
experts sila. So ginagamit nila yung magic nila sa pakikipaglaban kasi usually yung mga magic user parang flick and flip lang ganun, 'di ba? Yung sa kanila
Right.
naman parang ini-infuse nila ng magic nila yung weapon nila or anything they can use for combat. Tapos yun. And then meron din pong may mga parang yung tawag po dun sa kanila is anthropomorphic. So pag sinabi
Mhm.
pong anthropomorphic, 'di ba, yun po yung parang nagiging humanoid yung isang
Yeah.
creature na parang ano ba yung test example doon? Siguro mga
I'm not sure if
Marvel
it's still yeah, yeah.
yung Marvel yung mga Marvel heroes, yung sa Guardians of the Galaxy na
Mhm.
meron dong raccoon tsaka si Groot, yung mga anthropomorphic po sila. So dito naman po, yung dalawang races na anthropomorphic is Mantars of Mantarin. So mga beast people po sila. So half a Fernan and half beast. So in this world po pala, I don't refer to them as people, but I refer to them as a Fernan. Para unique to
Mhm.
their own world, yes. And then the
Right.
last one, yes, the last in the rank, yung Namonem of Namons. So kung meron po tayong beast people from Mantarin, so meron naman po tayong plant people from Namons. So sila po yung mga Namonem. So yung ano naman po nila dito, yung parang forte naman po nila is more on like botanical healing, mga
Mhm.
healing magic, mga gano'n. Yun po.
Ang dami kong like I can actually relate to some of the things you mentioned because say for example alchemy, yung mga ganyan, tapos mga
Mm.
magic. So ang paano mo nabuo yung sorry how did you like categorize o sige ito yung may ranking ka pang ganyan tapos
Mm.
you
Yes.
have a
Mm.
name for each and I'm
Mm.
sure that when you created these characters
Mm.
baka mamaya nag-history ka pa dyan meron bang ganun
At
parang may story parang ganon
wala naman po, Miss Chris.
or
Ano lang
wala
siya,
pa-story alright.
wala naman po. Siguro due to the influence na din po ng mga media na napanood ko at saka nabasa
Mhm.
ko. Well, yung world building talaga is like J.R.R. Tolkien. So,
Mhm,
alam mo naman
mhm.
yung world building ng Lord of the Rings, 'di ba?
Yes.
Napaka-broad. Kahit ngayon hindi ko pa hindi ko gaanong ma-fathom yung world building niya. Pero I was really
Mhm.
amazed. And one thing that really uh, took my interest in his world building is the fictional Elven language.
Mhm, yes.
Ganon. So I also
Do you have your own?
yeah, I did a
Wow.
few lines siguro dito sa story.
Mhm.
I did just maybe to make or give a little bit of flavor sa
Yes.
conversation nila. Parang ano lang din, para kunwari parang ancient yung parang
Mhm.
ancient yung vibe na pang ganun.
Parang ano ko, tama ka dun, to give it flavor, to give it
Mm,
wag
yes.
parang, local
Yeah.
color 'no, 'yan.
Mm.
Mamaya babalikan ko yung question ko about world building 'no, meron
Yep.
akong, tanong na pang sulat-sulat talaga, ayan. So
Sige,
ito
sige.
naman, so we have this world ano, yung kabilang mundo meron din 'di ba parang tunay na mundo,
Mm,
'yan. So
yes.
this is where we'll find is it Jaithon or Jaithon?
Jaithon po siya, Jaithon.
Jaithon, 'yan.
Yes.
Ano naman sila? I mean, ano yung klase ng buhay naman nila doon?
Well, if I'm going to describe them, very typical lang po na parang very typical start of the story na may mga normal kids, tapos
Mhm.
bigla-biglang boom, ganon. Pero
Yeah.
I had to maybe a little bit of a trivia for like it's kasi 'di ba po merong total of primarily there are like a total of 7 characters na sa beginning ng story.
Mm-hmm.
Um I had to like syempre I had to give personality to each of them. So sabi ko paano
Yes.
ko gagawin yun? Saan ka nun?
Mm-hmm.
Um So, ginawa ko po, okay, what if i-distribute ko yung personality ko sa each of them? So, parang ganon. Kasi like, well, siguro, based sa parang binigyan kasi kami no, ng psychological test, something ng
Mm-hmm.
psychology teacher namin. So, I found out that I'm choleric melancholic, ano, temperament. I had those. So, like, changing moods and changing personality, like, parang ganun. Pero hindi naman po ako sumpungin.
Hindi
Ano,
naman ano.
parang lang, like, parang kung feel ko tong taong to, okay, hype na ako. Pero pag
Hindi
hindi ko
naman
naman,
Jekyll and Hyde.
parang ganun, oh. So, I had to portion some of my personalities to each of them. So,
Mm-hmm.
yung pinaka-lead po na si Jaithon, so siya yung po yung may parang skeptical na
Mm-hmm.
na personality, which is also one of my personality. Kasi I don't easily hindi naman na may trust issue ako, pero I'll talk to you, but I'm not going to give you all my trust immediately.
Right.
Maybe unless mga months after, mga ganun, na
Mm-hmm.
nagkakasama tayo
Mm-hmm.
continuously. Then, we have also Keelan McKenberg at saka yung cousin na si Patrick McKenberg. So, they're from like elite family. So siguro reflection po siya na gusto kong magkaroon ng ng magindawang buhay para sa family ko. Ganun. And then si Kilan po is siya naman po yung parang artist side ko. Parang ganun kasi mahilig po siya
Creative.
sa
Yeah.
mahilig po siya sa painting, mga ganun. Tsaka yung music. Although I don't play any instruments, but I really like listening to music. So si Patrick naman po, siya yung parang yung kasi may personality din po ako na parang very straightforward pag
Mm-hmm.
nagsasalita. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to go a bit around the bush. So,
Mm-hmm.
usually, I would like go straight. Parang ganun. Tapos, yun, mga personality po namin. Tapos, namin, ko, ko pala. So, and then, yeah, so we also have like Dorina, the shy type, then Noreen, the enthusiastic type, and
Mm-hmm.
then Milvon, the playful type, and then Denzel, the adventurous type, mga ganun. So each of them po, I gave them not only personality, but I also gave them different attributes when it comes to their ability, para magical ability. Kasi na-notice ko po parang very trope or cliche na yung elements, yung fire,
Yeah.
earth, and ano.
Mm-hmm.
So what if like let's give it a little bit of extra. So let's say for example for Jaithon, like I gave him like solar magic tsaka fire
Mm-hmm.
magic. So solar, so yung he can control light, parang light bending na din siguro, parang ganun. Then for Killan, so Killan's like the opposite. Like he's the moon or
Wow, nice.
lunar yung sa kanya, tapos water yung parang element niya. Yeah. And we
That
have
makes
Dancer.
sense. That makes sense
Oh, yes.
scientifically.
I had to I had to actually connect things
Right.
like sa
Mm-hmm.
magic system nila. It's a bit complicated. I don't know if I can say it's soft magic system or hard magic system, pero
Mm-hmm.
yun. And then I also had to make sure that they have their own spotlight in every
Right.
scene or every episode kasi
Mm-hmm.
nga there are like multiple of them. So other than the lead characters, meron pa mga supporting tsaka secondary characters. So, I have to make sure na nabibigyan sila ng kani-kanilang mga spotlight. Kasi, hindi lang si Jaithon yung gusto kong i-embrace ng mangbabasa. Gusto ko din na makita nila yung individuality ng bawat characters. So, yun po.
But is Jaiton like the leader of the pack? O hindi naman.
He doesn't want to. Actually, it's Patrick who tends to be like the leader because he's like the
Mm-hmm.
oldest of all. Siya po yung nasa senior high na
Mm-hmm.
pero tapos freshman, hindi, sophomore pa lang po si Jaithon. Pero si Jaithon kasi yung parang meron siyang leadership na parang meron siyang leadership na
Quality.
instinct. So,
Mm-hmm.
despite na mas matanda si Patriv, like Patriv tends to ask his suggestion or advice rather
Mm.
than he would lead by himself. But yung yung kay Patrick naman po kasi is more on like parang brotherly, parang elderly or parang brotherly ano siya. Yung attitude niya, na ako yung
Mm.
matanda dito. So, oh, sundin niyo ako kasi sabi ni ano ganito, bawal 'yan, parang ganun. Parang siya yung ano, yun nga lang pero medyo snobbish siya kasi nga very straightforward. Yung ganun po.
There's a question here from Paolo. So, chosen one? May chosen one ba na parang trope here and
I
regarding Titan?
chosen once.
Ah, chosen ones.
Once,
Yeah.
yeah. Sila po yung ano, chosen, sina Jaithon
Isang
and his,
grupo kasi sila.
isang grupo sila. Kasi
Mm.
po yung isa pong trope na ano din na parang na-allure ako is yung ano, yung parang barkadahan na
Yeah.
nasuso. Yung nahalata yung ano ko, yung edad ko. Pero yung mga ukat-ukat,
Yeah.
mga
I
ganun.
can relate. I can relate sa
Oo, mga,
Okatukat.
yes,
Oh, wait, are we talking
ukat-ukat,
about
tapos,
Okatukat 2000s or
mm,
Okatukat 90s?
dalawa po. Dalawa po yung pinanood.
Nice. That's so nice.
Ganun.
Okay.
Yeah, so parang barkadahan going to an adventure and
Mm-hmm.
then they were like, boom, chosen ones. Parang ganun.
Mm-hmm.
So, pero yun nga lang po,
Yeah, I
kailangan,
can see the chemistry, no? I can see the chemistry. Kasi when I rewatched, okay, the Okatokat series on YouTube.
yes.
And when I was contemplating about yung group dynamic, ang hirap din nun
Mm-mm.
na kasi ngayon
Yes,
nga palit.
yes.
For example, there's an episode na ito munang character na to. Pero pag magkakasama sila, they have to be like individual
Mm-mm.
din, di ba? So, is
Mm-mm.
sa'yo, ganun din yung para nakita mong pang pattern or model dun sa
Yes. Like say, I don't know if this is going to be a spoiler or something, but what I did is like, say for example, in this chapter, I have to
Mhm.
bring up uh Keelan. Okay, Keelan's character. So ang
Mhm.
gagawin ko, it's either uh, bibigyan ko ng scene na yung ibang kasama niya pupunta sa ganitong direction
Mhm.
or like
Mhm.
pupunta sila muna magpapahinga tapos si Kilan yung ano lang yung lulusubin ng kalaban or something tapos para
Right,
focus
right.
sa kanya or yung gagawin ko naman is mahihimata yung kasama niya para siya yung
Mhm.
ano para siya yung
Siya
laman ng
naman yung
buong ano oo
makikipaglaban. Ah,
parang
okay.
ganun so I had
That's a
to
nice tactic.
Opo, parang actually, but I had like a headache had doing that because pantser po kasi ako. So,
Mhm.
oh, alam niyo naman siguro paano yung pantser. So,
Yes.
syempre headache
Mhm.
talaga yung pag walang plotline nga. Oh
Mhm.
no. So, how
Mhm.
am I supposed to execute this one? Parang ganun. So, Panzer maybe 70% tsaka plotter ng 30%. Plotter in a
Mhm.
way na I had to list down pangalan, personality ng
Yeah.
mga ano, mga characters ko para mag-coincide naman yung emotions nila tsaka reaction nila sa isa't isa.
Correct. You
Doon
had to
sa ano.
profile, no? Well,
Yes.
because with the universe that you created, pag hindi mo pinrofile yan,
Ayun.
sasabog ka. Di ba?
Yes.
Kailangan ko talagang ayusin. Kaya nga yun yung
Exactly.
main tanong ko if, how did you, ayun pa yung next kong tanong, how did
Mm.
you start? For example, did you start with the character muna? Ah, si
Mm.
Jaithon. Yan.
Mm.
Or parang biglang naisip mo muna yung Aferna, para gano'n. Saan
Ano
nagsimula yung talagang ano nito, yung seed?
Ano po muna ako, napag-aralan ko din po 'to na habang nagre-research ako. Yung style ko po pala is like free world building paano ba yun? Free design world building style siya. So yung free design world
Mhm.
building po is meron po siyang tatlong category. Pwede siyang from highest detail to lowest detail. Pwede siyang
Mhm.
lowest detail from highest detail. Meron din pong in the middle. So in the middle going out. Pwedeng in the middle going higher, going middle going going smaller or lower. So yun po yung ako. Middle po ako. Nag-character muna ako. May characters muna po ako. Saka ko po nag-world build.
How did you
Parang
learn
gano'n.
all of these things? I'm just curious. Did you like take a workshop or you learned this while reading
No.
lang?
While reading lang po siguro and
Ah,
then upon observing lang din siguro and then kasi ano lang po lately lang po ako nag-workshop kay kay Miss M, kay Coach M,
Mhm. Oh,
Emerald ng PL,
shout
yes.
out! Shout
Mentee po
out,
ako
Coach
ng
Jem.
PL. Hello, Coach. Ayun. So,
Ayan.
yes, lately lang din po ako nag-workshop, pero yung ano po talaga, very, very, parang, aywan ko kung may direction ba talaga yung ginawa kong yun. That's why I was really, I was reluctant din in the beginning to submit. Pero sabi ko kasi, if I'm not going to submit this, baka pagsisihan ko.
Yeah,
Ganon.
yes.
Yeah.
Kailan pa,
So
no?
even yes, even though it will be rejected for how many times, okay lang kasi ganun din naman daw yun yung sa yung sa tawag doon, submission ng mga
Mm,
manuscript. So and then as long as you believe in your story, I think it will have its own spotlight someday. So
yes.
yun po yung ginawa ko, parang ganun. And then thank you for believing in my story. Thank you, letters.
Ang
Ayun.
daming ang promising ng istorya, promising ng istorya mo 'no, tsaka nung yun nga nung nabasa ko yung blurb and the synopsis, kaya sabi ko, well, this is why your work and of course the works of many others is the reason why I don't write in fantasy
Mhm.
genre.
Yeah.
Napakahirap niyang gawin, right? Yung well, again, this is another writerly concern. Ako as a reader, when I read fantasy, sometimes I get lost in the
Mm.
world building, di ba?
Mm. Yes.
Lalo na pag madaming pangalan, hindi ko na
Mm.
natatandaan na like even sci-fi, you know.
Yes,
So,
yes.
ikaw, nagkaroon ka ba ng ganung parang concern before when you were writing na, oh, matandaan kaya ito ng mga readers ko? And if nagkaroon ka ng ganung thought, how did you address that?
This is really funny to admit, but kahit ako po nakakalimutan ko po yung pangalan ng mga characters doon kasi kaya yun po sabi niyo profiling, kaya ko po
Mm-mm.
naisipan yung parang profiling na method. Kasi like say for example, teka, anong kingdom na nga ito? Mabalikan nga yun. Ah, okay, nasa Mantarin sila. Okay. Ayun. Tapos sino na nga itong leader ng Mantarin? Mga ganun. Pero
Mm-mm.
yung hindi ko mahina po kasi ako sa memorization ng mga ng mga pangalan or mga words, mga ganun. So I really
Mm-mm.
had this habit of listing or yes, jotting down notes, parang ganun, mga importanteng details. So also being a pantser was really a struggle for me to do a siguro na to, I'm not sure if this is high fantasy or something. Siguro
I
kasi
think it
medyo
is. I think
I
it's high
think
fantasy.
pero ngayon ko lang po nalaman na high fantasy pala siya. Noong ginagawa ko yan, 2017, I could not
Mhm.
continuously write on it kasi nga I had a regular day job. And then
Mm.
yung day job ko nga is I'm English teacher or ESL teacher for foreign students. So
Mm.
pagdating ng bahay, wala na. Gulay na yung
One
ano
more
ko,
time.
yung utak ko, gulay na. Kasi kaka-Ingles ko dun sa mga ko, nakakaturo ko dun sa mga
Understandable. I can
yes,
relate.
parang ganun. So, usually I would write on the weekends or during holiday. Pero nung 2020, nung nag-start yung COVID-19, so
Mhm.
lahat po ng mga business establishment, sad to say, nag-close po sila. Isa po yung namin, company namin. So I had to stay at home for like a long time. And it actually gave me a very good chance to finish my manuscript, and that's the reason why I'm able to submit it to you this year or last year pala. Ayun. And
I see.
then also going back po sa pagiging pantser ko, 'di ba po
Mhm.
nawawala ako kasi nawawala ako minsan sa sariling story ko. So, like after like maybe chapter 15 kasi dapat yung target ko lang po is hanggang chapter 20 lang. Parang
Mhm.
gano'n. Yung parang normal na bilang
Mhm.
ng chapter. Pero sabi, teka, parang chapter 15 na ako, parang hindi pa ako
Hindi
napunta
mo pa
sa parang
nahi-hit yung
ending.
goal.
Oo. Teka,
Right.
paano ba? Tapos sabi ko, kailangan kontrolin ko to. Hindi naman pwedeng umabot sa chapter 30 to. Sabi kong gano'n.
Mm.
Tapos, sabi ko, sige, gagawin ko. Chapter 16, ano ba dapat gusto kong mangyari dito? So, I
Mm.
was doing that without knowing na it's actually called plotting. Parang
Mhm.
gano'n. So,
Yes.
nangangapa lang po ako nung nitong last year ko lang nalaman na may mga Panzer Platter pala na tinatawag. So I was do parang ano po, parang bulag talaga po or parang nasa dilim po talaga ako naglalakad that time. And then, yun nga lang, na-survive ko yung dilim na,
May
ng ano,
balance naman, oo. Meron tayong balance
oo,
na tinatawag.
yes,
Ayan. Tapos
parang
ano,
ganun.
bago kita pabasahin ng excerpt, one
Mm-mm.
more question for you. Sino sa characters mo yung talagang you can 100% or sabihin natin 80% resonate with? Ikaw na ikaw talaga.
Yes, Killan
Mm-hmm.
McCanberg po, yung lunar, ano, yung lunar, tsaka
Yung may sa
yung water.
water.
Oh,
Alright.
kasi yun po yung, siya po yung ano eh, ano, parang tawag doon, yung hindi siya magsasalita kung hindi niya kailangan magsalita. Parang gano'n. Parang ano lang siya, andyan, parang ano ba? Parang Luna Lovegood.
Mm-mm-mm.
Parang gano'n yung vibe na parang hindi naman airhead, pero parang ano lang siya, parang positive lang siya. Tapos saka sa kanya ko din halos ibinigay yung mga parang hobby ko, yung music, yung
Right.
ano, yung painting, yung art, parang gano'n.
Mm-hmm.
At saka ano din, yung ano ko po kasi, yung aking pen name sa kabilang ano ko, account ko is Azure Loon, which is,
Mm-hmm.
Loon is like French translation ng moon. So yung
Yes, yes.
attribute na yon actually is so siya, at saka one more thing is siya kasi yung chill lang, pero
Yeah.
pag kinanti mo, ayun, parang gano'n. And ako kasi pag may nangyayari sa paligid ko, hindi ko pinakikalan kung hindi naman ako involved. Pero pag na-involve ako, doon ako mag-a-act, parang gano'n. Kasi
Chill with substance
mm,
din, ano?
parang gano'n, oo. Parang okay, it's their thing, their business. Hindi ako makikilala. Pero pag bigla akong na-include, so doon ako magre-react na, "Oh, bakit? Teka, bakit?" Gano'n. Parang gano'n. So gano'n kasi yung personality ni Killen dito.
Mm.
Parang then he treasure his friendship with others kasi nga lumaki siya na, kasi 'di ba elite sila, so lumaki siya na sila lang ng cousin niya. Kasi hindi naman siguro bawal, pero parang yung presence ng pagiging elitista nila is parang ina-avoid nila sila ng ibang mga peers nila kasi
Mm.
nga ganyan sila. So ano, parang akala nila VIP, pero actually gusto ni Kila na makipag-connect sa kanila, makapag-interact na gano'n. So nung nangyaring na-transport sila sa isang dimension, so they had no choice but to become friends and team. So tinitreasure yun ni Kilan kasi it was a very rare sa kanya na pangyayari. Kasi doon lang niya na-feel yung paano magkaroon ng mga kaibigan. So sa akin kasi, like, I want to keep my friends, but I don't want to have many friends. I only keep
Mm.
a small circle of friends na sigurado ka na friends mo talaga sila.
Yes.
Ganon.
Quality versus
So,
quantity, right?
parang ganon, yes.
Paulo has a one question again. One question
Mm,
tapos mag-excerpt na tayo. From a marketing point of view, bakit sinama ang name ng series? I think is it your decision to include the name of the series, Crystalloids Keeper Saga, sa
mhm.
title instead of just like the Revenge, Aferna and the Revenge of Wickostadia? Is this a decision na I don't know, aesthetics or ano to?
Ano po siya, kasi gusto ko, hindi ko siya gustong matapos lang sa isang libro.
Mm-hmm.
Kung mababasa niyo po yung buong libro, meron pong lilitaw dyan na another race.
Okay.
Bukod dun sa 5. So siya po
Mm-hmm.
yung gusto ko pong i-focus yung next na libro doon sa race na yon, with the other with the teenage or with our heroes and heroine, mga ganun. So yun po yung abangan nila kung kung sa susunod po na sana hopefully I'll be able to complete the next one. So
Mm-hmm.
yun. Actually, ano din po, baka yung nung una po parang na-advise din po sa akin na what if wag muna yung saga. Ano na lang
Mm-hmm.
muna, Crystalloids Keepers na lang muna, parang ganun. Pero sabi ko, puwede rin siguro na ganyan na lang muna. Pero gusto kong i-include din na kasi yung 'di ba may parang subtitle siya na
Right.
Aferna and the Revenge of
Yes.
Wickostadia. So dito po sa okay, we can say this first book is focused on sa Wickostadia. So Wickostadia
Mm-hmm.
is another ano po siya, race
Okay.
na galing, yes, na nandyan. Tapos sila po yung parang villain. Pero dito sa book na to, villain na villain sila. But there's actually a reason behind na
Mm-hmm.
bakit naging villain sila. Kasi villains are always misunderstood siguro. Kasi villain
In
sila.
a way,
But
yeah.
we don't know why they become villains. So little by little, we're going to shed some light sa reason kung bakit.
Mag-a-unfold yan habang
Oo, parang gano'n, oo.
dumarami ang ang iyong ang libro sa saga na ito.
Oo,
Okay.
hopefully.
Now, our next, yeah, sabi ni Coach Emerald, parang Hunger Games yan. It actually reminds me, parang Star Wars, diba? Star Wars, tapos may subtitle, right? So, anyway,
Yes.
yeah. Ayun, sabi ni sorry, villains are the heroes of their own stories. I agree,
Yes.
correct. Okay, sige. So, this time, babasahan tayo ng excerpt ni Jonathan. Okay,
Yep,
para naman magkaroon kayo ng taste nung sinasabi niyang world building. Okay, ready?
ayun. Sige po.
Okay, sige.
Here we go. The five teenagers stayed unmoving and tried to listen carefully. They relaxed themselves and strained to hear the voice that Jaithon and Keelan said they heard. Some few moments passed, but no voice was heard. They were about to confront the two when suddenly the voice finally spoke to them. Come, come near, it said repeatedly. Dorina gasped. I I can hear it now, she stammered. A little fear started to grow within her. She didn't expect that she would experience such a situation. What if they couldn't go back anymore? Milvan noticed that she was upset. The lad's subconscious floated near hers. He took her hand with his both hands. You have nothing to fear. We're all here. We could help each other, he said, surprising her. It made her blush. For now, Petrov interrupted. We should find where the voice is coming from, he suggested. Jaithon glanced at the diamond crystal. He stared at it. Once again, the voice spoke to him. Come, come near. It was gentle and warm. It seemed to come from the crystal itself. I think he pointed to the crystal. It's coming from the crystal, he told them. Yes, I think so, Noreen agreed. I can sense it, she added, moving forward towards the mysterious article. The rest followed after her. As they moved closer, the voice became louder and more beckoning. They looked at each other in awe. They surrounded the crystal. Triton surprised them by placing his hand on it without warning. They were stunned, waiting for any possible danger to emerge. But nothing happened. Triton smiled, encouraging them to do the same. Gingerly, they copied him by also placing their palms on the crystal. When all of their hands were on the crystal, it glowed more intensely, making them cover their eyes. A burst of light had spread all over the surroundings, revealing a vivid color and colorful void. The hues of light danced around them. Involuntarily, their bodies moved away from the crystal. The lines of its facets cracked. The crystal portioned itself into 8 different crystals in red, blue, pink, yellow, green, black, purple, and orange spectrums. With a sudden jerk, the crystals shot into their chests, embedding themselves into their hearts. A warm energy spread all over their bodies. The warmth gathered again at the center of their chests. Then, in their bafflement, little children emerged from it. They wore different clothing. They had rounded heads, big round eyes, and short limbs. The teens blinked in bemusement. What was happening to them were making them upset already. Don't be scared, keepers, the little children said in unison. We are the Crystalloids personas, also known as your Crispers. If you are in trouble, we could come to your aid, they added, introducing themselves. As soon as they finished speaking, their bodies glowed. The keepers covered their eyes again to avoid the blinding light.
There you
There you go po.
go. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so
You're welcome.
much, Jonathan. So
Sure
now,
po.
meron na kayong idea kung gaano kaganda yung pagkakasulat ng Crystalloids Keepers. So please buy the book. One last question before we wrap up. Okay, what magic will our readers find in Crystalloids Keepers?
Ayun. So, the magic that they will find here is not only the magic that were fictional, but also the magic of friendship. Yun po
Mm-hmm.
yung pinaka gusto kong i-ano dito. Like, the magic of friendship, like, you won't be able to survive something somewhere alien to you without without making friends or without your friends around you. Parang ano po kasi yun nga po yung pinaka parang gusto kong trope din na ano yung parang barkadahan parang ganun. And also magic kasi sa friendship is there's misunderstanding, but being true friends after misunderstanding, you'll still be friends. Parang ganun. Parang normal. Yung normal na ganun. And also, adventure. The magic of adventure somewhere. Somewhere not in our world, siguro. Parang ganun. Tsaka mga creatures na din na very unfamiliar. Ayun.
At ang higit sa lahat, local ito.
Yes, yes,
'Di
of
ba?
course.
Mahirap, hindi man sa mahirap, pero yung iba kasi nakakagawa sila nito. Pero the world that we're seeing here is also something that we see in Western novels, and then we
Mm-mm.
have one na local. So,
Mm-mm.
let's support local. Yan. Add natin yon, 'di ba? Pati ang kanyang cover, fantastic. Ang
Ayun.
ganda-ganda. The first time I saw this, share ko lang, sabi ko, wow, ano yun? Ganda. Sabi ko. And ako pa naman kasi pag sinabing crystal, gusto ko yan. Okay? So,
Mhm.
this is really something, guys. Hindi lang yung kwento, but also how it's presented. And of course, you've seen the content and the world building. So, a lot of things to watch out for in this book. Again, if you're sharing this book launch, if you want to post about Crystalloids Keepers, don't forget to use the hashtags 8 letters books and Crystalloids Keepers. Yeah, sabi ni Coach Emerald, ang ganda ng book. Flash ko lang
Hello,
ulit. There
coach.
you
Thank you
go.
po.
Our daming nagagandahan. Okay. Congratulations daw, sabi ni John Carlo Rhea. Okay. Pasensya na sa iba, hindi ko ano, ma-shout out na kayo.
Yes.
Rona
Thank
Hernandez
you.
says, congrats. Ayan. Sige, imbitahan natin sila, Jonathan. Una, magkano ito? And then next is, ano-anong format siya available? And
Yes.
saan ka namin matatagpuan?
Ayun. Hello po sa lahat ng nandito ngayon. So thank you for watching our live book launch. So Crystal Keepers was available on 8 letters website. So it's for 730 pesos. And then there might also be I'm not sure, but ebook, I guess
Yes.
they will have. Yes, ebook form. And also soon, hopefully will be available on Shopee online shop of 8 letters books also. And what else? Yes, yeah. And then thank you very much for supporting us. Also for Coach M for for like being my mentor for like a past year, and also for my tribe mates. Meron po kasi ako mga tribe mates na from another community for writers. So it's called
Mhm.
Owl Tribe of Webcom. Ayun, and then hello sa inyo. Hindi ko kayo pwedeng isa-isahin kasi ang dami ninyo. And also for Sir Clyde of CEO or uh, Creative Entrepreneurs Organization. So thank you for the support, and Also for the rest of CEO, and you can actually find me on my Facebook account like Jonathan Oliver Alarilla. But I'm also working on a page which is
Mm-hmm.
called Likhang Katha. This is where I'm going to drop all my OC designs, I guess. Parang ganun. Mga art posting po ito. But it's still on its infant stage. So I'll be updating it soon. Hopefully you can support me there. And then I'm also going to like put or post updates on both of my accounts, my page and my personal account. And
Okay. Again, don't forget to tag Jonathan if you want to say something about the book or after reviewing the book. Yan.
yes,
No? The
that's very
more,
much
the merrier.
appreciated. Yeah,
The more, the merrier. The more readers we have, the better. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jonathan,
thank
for
you.
trusting in letters. I loved our chat today. I really enjoyed reading your at least a piece of the universe that you created.
Yes.
Okay, and although sabi mo nga na-influence ka ni J.K. Rowling and ni J.R.R. Tolkien.
Mm-mm.
Yes, mga legends sila, legendary legends. And they have their own, brand of
Yes.
magic. Ikaw rin may sarili kang brand of magic dito sa inyong ginawa. And we really, really hope that people would support this book kasi napakaganda po niya. Okay? And I hope that hindi lang siya dito local, no? Pero umabot pa
Mm,
yan
yes.
abroad. Of
Yeah.
course, may mga
Hopefully.
readers
Yeah.
tayo abroad.
Yes.
And to those who are watching, please support Jonathan and his book. Buy it from Eight Letters, Crystalloids Keeper Saga, The Revenge of Wickostadia. If you want to review or share this launch, don't forget to use the hashtags that we posted earlier. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
Jonathan.
you po.
Bye.
Bye.